Hi, my name's Steve. Let's start today's practice in child's pose. Bring your knees wide and your big toes to touch. Take a moment to kind of wiggle into the posture. A little bit of dynamic movements. Don't overthink it, just feel it with your body. Start to perhaps move out of your brain and just feel. Respond to that feeling, that sensation in your body with a little bit of organic movement. Bring your awareness to all the points of contact between your body and the ground, coming into stillness. That grounding sensation of your palms touching your mat. Almost as though the ground is pushing upwards into your body, allowing you to release down. Bringing a softness to your jawbone. Softness to your shoulders. And your hips. Now bring your awareness to your breath. Feel your breath expanding into the centimeter or two which surrounds your back line, allowing your ribs to expand on the inhales and a gentle drawing in of your navel with the exhales. Begin to hear your breath, your Ujjayi breath. Observe while this may look like a static posture from the outside, there is quite a lot going on internally. So use your breath to give the posture direction. Each exhale, your hips moving progressively closer towards your heels. Each inhale, more expansion all around your back line. Walk your hands forwards, keeping your hips where they are, really as far as they'll go. Use your fingertips to creep forward. Your hands are shoulder width apart, fingers are spread. Allow your index finger to point forward and then gripping through your finger pads, roll yourself forward slowly on the inhale into a modified chaturanga. So bend your arms, keep your elbows drawing in and your elbows above your wrists. On an exhale, press back, child's pose. Moving with your breath. Inhale, roll forward. Come into that modified chaturanga. Keep your bottom half as it is. Exhale, roll back. Try to increase the range of motion with each cycle. Seeing if you can perhaps bring more of a curve. Think cat pose as you come forward. Grip, don't go all the way to cow. Keep your core engaged. Nice long spine. Exhale back to a child's pose. Two more with your breath. Starting to consolidate that connection between mind and body, or at least initiate that connection. We'll work to consolidate it as we move our bodies mindfully through our practice. And perhaps most importantly, just enjoy your body, enjoy being in it. Coming back to a tabletop, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, knees, hips width apart. Extend your right leg towards the back of the room and find distance between your heel and the crown of your head. Really working towards creating distance between endpoints in yoga, and then observe everything that needs to happen in between. So to move that heel further away from your head, you need to engage your core, press through your hands. Keep that grip in your finger pads. Shift your left toes out to the left a little, and then peel yourself up and open into what looks like a kind of grounded half moon. Finding distance between endpoints again, keeping your core turned on. Inhale, a little bit more height, a little bit more length. Exhale, right hand down, right knee towards your nose, round your spine. Press into your hands. Extend your right leg back, left arm reaches forward. So here we have our fingers as the end point, really drawing your navel in, keeping that integrity around your core. If you'd like a challenge, curl your left toes under and hover your left knee up off the ground. Woo-hoo. Gripping through your right fingers. Exhale, tabletop pose. Inhale, cow. Length across your collarbone. Exhale, round into cat. Come to a neutral spine, take a moment. Inhale, extend your left leg towards the back of the room. We'll be here for 3 to 4 breaths. So again, working on finding length in your spine. Keep your eyes closed and tune into everything that involves. Staying with that nice even breath, that tempo. Kind of a metronome which is going to drive the movement in your practice. Shift your right toes a little to the right and then peel yourself all the way open. Keep your leg and your arm active, so flex the end points to really create that engagement all the way along your arm and your leg, rounding through your right knee. Left hand down to the ground, draw left knee in towards your nose, round your spine, think cat. Broad across your shoulder blades, so spread them apart. Next inhale, extend your left leg back, right arm forward this time. Find height by pressing into the ground. Maybe you can move your heel and your thumb a little higher. Just watch you don't bring a back bend in here. Stay with your breath. And then curl your right toes, maybe hovering up your left knee off the ground. Don't stop breathing. Back to a tabletop. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round your spine, cat. Shift your fingers towards your knees, and reversing the direction of your hands. And bring a little bit of dynamic movement into your body. Maybe circles, figure 8. Bringing a little bit of opening to your wrists. Stay with your breath. Bring your palms up, hands close to each other. Make fists and bring your knuckles to touch, bending your elbows. And then begin to straighten your arms just until that's not happening anymore. Breathe space into your wrists. Watch you not introducing tension into any other parts of your body. And release, come back to a tabletop pose. Curl your toes under, hover your knees, and feel an energetic connection between your hands and your toes, like you're trying to create a little wrinkle in your mat. Strong breath. Again, distance from your shoulder blades, one to the other, broad across your back. Keeping the bend in your knees, shift your feet back a little, and then shift back to a bent knee down dog, so your belly and your thigh connect. And see if you can lift your hips up a little higher, kind of as high as they'll go. So your hands and your sits bones here are what you're trying to create distance between. And then slowly start to straighten your right leg. Keep your left knee bent. And then change sides, bending your right, straightening your left. You might like to bring more dynamic movement in here, so bring some length into the side body by shifting your hips from side to side. And then come into stillness when you're ready. First down dog of the practice. 5 breaths. Use that upward pressure of the ground to find heights by grounding down through your hands. Drawing your heels down as your hips lift up. Again, find those endpoints. The next inhale, roll forward, plank pose. You'll be here for 5 breaths. Find the connection to your core. So allow your core to really dominate and kind of maintaining the integrity in this posture. Navel is in, hands pressing down to find that length across your upper back. I like to squeeze my inner thighs together and feel my toes pressing down, the balls of my toes pressing down, my heels stacked above them. Shift forward, shoulders over fingers, chaturanga, or all the way down, cobra or upward dog. Find the length across your front line. Exhale back, downward dog. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, let it out. Look between your hands, take baby steps all the way to the front of your mat. Bend your knees where you need to. Feet hip width apart. And then take the opposite elbow with each hand, just dangle. You might like to keep resting your belly against your thighs, otherwise start to straighten your legs, but keep a focus on your foundation. Allow your foundation to help to spread your sits bones apart. Almost like you're gripping your feet down and then energetically moving your heels away from each other. Watch what's going on around your navel. Draw it in on the exhales. Maybe inviting a little bit of dynamic movement in. Keeping your body as it is apart from your arms, interlace your hands behind your back. Keep a nice bend in your knees and your elbows. And then draw your elbows towards each other to create length across your collarbone. Maybe straightening your arms and drawing them towards the front of the room. Keep breathing. If your legs are starting to shake, so are mine. Just here for 2 more breaths. Find a little bit more depth. Remember, we're going somewhere with our breath in each hold. It's not really a hold, it's more moving from the beginning of a posture towards the end of it, and then the transitions in between. So it's quite a fluid state. And the next inhale, high mountain, big breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Hands down alongside your body. Feel your weight distributed evenly between the 4 corners of each foot. Find an evenness and a softness to your breath. And again, importantly, find an enjoyment in just being in your body. And the next inhale, high mountain, legs active. Exhale, fold forward, take up space. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice long spine. Exhale, plank pose. Take an inhale here. Shift forward, chaturanga, elbows above your wrists. Open your chest into an upward dog. Keep your hands pressing and gripping from the navel to a downward dog. Exhale. Inhale, look between your hands, bend your knees, step or hop to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, high mountain. Feel energy flowing up your spine. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Back to a plank with the other leg leading. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Stay strong. Upward dog. So the speed of your breath defines the speed of the movement. Downward dog. Don't rush. One more time. Bend your knees. End of the next exhale, hop forward. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, high mountain. Reaching all the way up. Maybe a gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Long exhale through your mouth. Inhale, Utkatasana. We'll be here for a few breaths. Maybe let's start by bringing our hands down to our hips. Find an even curve in your spine. So play around with your hip mobility over here. Maybe even kind of taking full rotations of your hip one direction and then the other. And then find a middle point. Squeeze your inner thighs together, or if your feet are hip width apart, almost like you're trying to hold a block between them. And then extend your arms up towards the sky. Ideally being able to see your toes if you glance down. And find a little bit more height in your chair. Inhale, length. Exhale, hold. A little bit lower. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat, coming into a low lunge. Take a moment, maybe on your fingertips, and play around with your hips. Maybe shifting from side to side. Just listen to what your body needs. And then turn on the inside of each thigh to help to square your hips. So your right hip shifts back, your left forward. Take an inhale, extend your chest forward. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Extended pyramid. Keep moving. Inhale, shifting forward. From the navel, lift your hips. Exhale, right leg straight. With your breath, 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Shifting forward. Moving back. Last time. Shift forward. Stay forward. Ground your left hand. Inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Just keep drawing that right hip down. Try to observe where the twist begins and ends. So really, if you open your right hip up, you're taking away an opportunity for a nice deep twist. Reach your right shoulder away from the right side of your room. Inhale, a bit more length. Exhale, right hand down, ground the back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, arms reach up. Find a little bit more depth in that right knee. And then again, engage your inner thighs. Squeeze them towards each other energetically. And feel the crown of your head reaching towards the ceiling. That will mean engaging your core. Close your eyes. 3 more breaths to bring an opening into that left hip flexor. Strong awareness of your foundation. That's where you're going to find your height from. 1 more inhale. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, open your chest. Find breath left to right. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Straighten your right leg. Shift your left knee back so your hips are over your knee. Onto your fingertips, find length in your spine. And flex your right foot. We're not coming down quite yet. Press down into your mat with your right heel and then energetically feel it drawing towards the back of your mat. Find length in your spine. Exhale, fold. Relax your neck. Here for 3 more breaths. Observe how you can just further progress into this posture, but be gentle with yourself and your hamstrings. Bend your right knee just slightly. Inhale, lift your chest. Bend your right knee again, shift your weight forward all the way up into a standing splits, maybe a little Bounce will get you there. Inhale, find length in your spine. And then exhale, fold. 3 breaths here. You might like to take your right ankle with your right hand and gently draw up to kind of create leverage. Bring your left foot down to meet your right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, navel in to create space. Inhale, high mountain, energy going up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back, fly through Vinyasa. Back to a downward dog. Three long breaths. Take a deep inhale, bend your knees, hopping forward at the end of the exhale. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway up. Fold, high mountain, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, chair pose, coming low. Arms reach. Inner thighs squeezing. So work from the foundation all the way up to find that strength, that integrity. You have nice strong legs. The core is on. Fingers are active to activate your arms. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, lift. Step your right foot all the way to the back of your mat, this time coming into your lunge. And finding a bit of dynamic movement. All our bodies are different, so whatever works for you. Keeping that back leg active. Inner thighs helping to square your hips. Take an inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, straighten your left leg. With your breath, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, back. Really using your navel to drive that motion. Inhale, coming forward. Back to a long pyramid. Helps to create height. Kind of as a reminder to press down. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhale, coming forward. Ground your left hand in, right hand. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Find length all the way along your spine. So feel the crown of your head reaching forward, but don't compromise in that back leg. You'll stay stacked above your toes, toes pressing down. Inhale, deepen the twist. Exhale, left hand grounds, right knee down. Inhale, arms reach up, Anjaneyasana. Navel in. Feel your left heel and your right knee energetically drawing towards each other. Each inhale, finding a little lift of your heart. Keeping your jaw nice and soft. Last inhale, cactus arms, exhale. Inhale, back bend. Find an opening across your chest. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Straighten your left leg as you shift your hip over your right knee. Find length. Flex your left toes. And again, left heel, right knee. Energetically draw towards each other. When you're ready, reaching your chin towards your toes, keeping length in your spine. Relax the skin on your face. Two more breaths here. Just be with yourself. Inhale, lift your chest, bend the left knee into a standing splits. Find length, give yourself a kind of running start here, and then take your left ankle with your left hand, drawing up to find height in the right leg. Maybe a little bend in that left knee, it definitely helps me. Stay with that breath that you established at the beginning of class. Inhale, a bit more height into that right leg. Exhale, right foot down, meeting the left, halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold, ground through your feet, high mountain. Long in your side body, take your right wrist with your left hand, squeeze your legs together and then find a lean over to the left, drawing your right shoulder blade back down into your spine. Squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, coming through center, change sides. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Take a twist to the right. Find your elbows stacked if that's possible. That'll give you leverage to twist. You can press your top hand down into your bottom hand. Find your hips staying square. Just watch your left knee doesn't conk forward. Keeping your chair. Arms reach up, change sides. Inner thighs squeeze. Distance from your sits bones to the crown of your head still. So there's still that to work on. Finding your twist. Find the start and the end points of your twist here. Back to a chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, moving with our breath. Left foot steps all the way back into the lunge. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, forward. Left hand down, right arm reaches up. Find height. Right hand down to the ground, left knee down, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, bend your arms, cactus, open your chest. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Straighten your right leg into a half splits. Inhale, shift forward, standing splits, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot meets the right, halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, finding a lift, high mountain. Hands to your heart. Take a moment, mountain pose. Observe your breath. See if you can maintain nice fluid breath. Next, inhale, chair. Exhale, hands to your heart center. This time twisting to the left. Maybe you can straighten your arms, right hand down, left arm reaches up. Coming through center, and then change sides. Inhale up through center. Exhale, fold forward. Forward fold after a chair always feels so good. Halfway lift, inhale. Right foot steps back into that low lunge. Next, exhale, straighten your left leg. Speed of your movement is the speed of your breath, or rather, speed of your breath, speed of your movement. Coming forwards and exhale back. Chest leads the movement forward. Navel leads the movement back. Last time, shift forward. Right hand down, left arm reaches. Exhale, left hand down, ground the right knee, Anjaneyasana. Sweep your arms up, energy going up as you press down. Cactus arms, big heart opener. Exhale, hands down on the ground, straighten your left leg, shift right knee back. Find length, inhale. Enjoy the stretch on an exhale. Inhale, shift forward to that standing splits, find length. Exhale, find depth. Right foot meets the left, next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, high mountain, arms reach. Legs are active, navel in, hands to your heart center. Exhale. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stepping, hopping, flying through a Vinyasa. Just don't rush it. You'll all meet in a downward dog when you're ready in the next 2 or 3 breaths. Keep a full, long breath, the sort of breath that you'd like to move at. The pace of your breath, the pace of your movement. Inhale, extend your right leg up towards the sky. We're going to keep it here for 5 breaths. Flex your right foot and find distance from your hands all the way up to your right heel. And then see if you can move your left thigh a little closer to the back of the room too. Inhale a little bit more height. Now open your hips, keeping your right leg straight for now. Keep a downward dog in the top half of your body. And then bend your right knee. Look at your left toes under your left arm, your right toes under your left armpit. A little bit more height in that right knee. Exhale, knee to nose, round your spine, hold. Shift your right knee to the top of your left arm. Extend your right leg all the way out to the side. Ground your left heel. Fallen triangle. 3 to 5 breaths here. Feel your feet energetically drawing towards each other to help to lift your hips. Press into your right hand. Don't collapse in that right shoulder. Inhale a bit more height. Exhale, left hand down. 3-legged dog, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Create space and then gently step it through. Or not. Inhale, crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Stay with your breath. Come back to that sense of just enjoying your body. So blessed to be able to move in the first place. Notice how perhaps moving your body gives you access to other non-physical elements of yourself, which for me is particularly empowering. Really working that back leg towards straight without tilting your pelvis. So keep a natural curve in your back. Inhale a little bit more height here. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And then shift yourself forward into a warrior 3. Press down through that right leg to find height in the rest of your body. Maybe almost something like a shalabhasana or kind of a back bend to help find that lift. You're not collapsing down. Your back is turned on here. Draw your left knee in towards your chest, one-legged high mountain. Woo. Back to a warrior 3 with the arms reaching back. Bend your right knee, step your left foot back, and then inhale back to a crescent lunge. Maybe a little back bend here. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Open your hip, bend your knee. Maybe taking a wild thing if it's in your practice. Don't stop breathing. From your wild thing or an open hip into a side plank with your left arm down, right arm reaches up. Flex your toes, squeeze your thighs together. Plank, optional vinyasa. We'll meet in a down dog. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Inhale, extend your left leg all the way up. Flex your left foot and find that distance from hands to heel. Maybe a little bend in the right knee. A lot of us with tight hamstrings, spending a lot of time at home or on a chair. A little bit more height. And then open your hip. Keep the legs straight. Keep the top half of your body, like the downward dog-esque. And then bend your left knee. Look at your left toes with your underneath your right armpit. To help to keep those shoulders square. Exhale, knee to nose. Round your spine, hold. Knee to the top of your right arm. Extend the left leg, fallen triangle. Right arm extends up and over, lengthen your side body. Use your breath to help to find this length. Ribs expanding on the inhales. One more inhale. Exhale, right hand down, three-legged dog, left leg lifts. Open your hip, bend your knee onto the ball of the right foot. Wild thing. If you did it on the other side, otherwise just linger in that hip opener. And your downward dog. If you're in a wild thing, see if you can be light on your left toes. And then gentle transition, mindful transition into a side plank. Left arm staying up, right hand down. Press into your right hand. Inhale, lift your hips, plank pose, shifting forward, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg reaches up one more time. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through into your crescent lunge. Coming back to the side, find stability through a focus on your foundation and then a lift that brings. Even breath. Inner thigh engagement that we observed earlier. Other postures, find it here to keep that lift. Hands to your heart center, shift forward. Warrior 3. What is grounding and what is lifting here? It's kind of obvious that it's your left foot, but is it the four corners? Are your toes kind of gripping the ground? Are you using that as leverage to find length between those endpoints? Heel and crown moving away from each other. Involves core. Little bend in that standing leg. Shift your right leg back into a three-legged dog. And then left foot meets the right. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward dog, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Look between your hands, bend your knees, and then hop your feet outside your hands into a malasana, a squat. You're welcome to lift your heels or place your butt on the block. Palms squeezing together and arms pressing out into your thighs as your thighs are pressing inwards towards your arms. And those opposing forces are going to bring height to the crown of your head and lengthen your spine. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, high mountain, arms extend upwards. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms reach. Find that length, feel the ground, fold forward. Keep the length that you just created. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left foot back, warrior 1, arms reach up. So your feet are hip width apart. Grounding through the blade of the back foot. See if you can squeeze your inner thighs towards each other to square your hips. Back leg stays nice and strong. Focus on your breath. And shoulder blades away from your ears. Hands interlace behind your back. Really ground your knuckles to help open across your chest. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, humble warrior. Shifting yourself forward and down. Arms reaching towards the front of the room. Keeping your hips as square as possible. Requires kind of superhuman powers to do that, I believe. But it's really the action of engagement that we're going for, not necessarily perfectly square hips. Find length on an inhale. Exhale, release your hands down to the ground on the inside of your right foot. Waddle your right foot all the way out outside your right hand, runner's lunge. And then place your right hand on the inside of your right thigh and open your chest, almost gesturing an upward dog here. Keeping that back leg active, flex your right toes. Your knee and your right toes are going in the same direction here. Placing your right hand down on the ground, step back into a plank with both of your feet together, and then roll into a side plank on your left. So left hand down, right arm reaches up. Find that length. Right foot lifts up off your left, bring your right knee to your nose, and then step it where your right hand was, warrior two, windmill your hands all the way up. Quite a tricky transition there. We'll have a chance on the other side. Can you find more depth in that right foot? Can you see your right toes? Find length in your spine. Close your eyes for an extra balance challenge. And scan your body from the bottom up. Right palm faces the sky, reverse your warrior, find length in the right side of your body. Keep your right knee bent, hands windmill down to the ground. Three-legged plank, so your right leg hovers back. Three-legged chaturanga, right foot stays up. Upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Take an inhale, bend your knees. End of the exhale, hopping forward, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. High mountain, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Find that length in your spine. This time stepping your right foot back to a warrior one. Inhale, arms sweep up. Come into your breath. Close your eyes. And notice where you're progressing in this really challenging posture. Where is each breath taking you? Is it drawing you more into the present? This strong connection with our body cannot take us anywhere other than the present, I guess. The many joys of the practice. Interlace your hands behind your back, other thumb in front this time. Open your chest, grounding your knuckles. Keep the integrity in your foundation as you come forward to a humble warrior. And use this opportunity to bring length across your collarbone. Breathe. Back leg staying active. Both hands down on the ground. Step your left foot outside your left hand. Runner's lunge. And then left hand inside your left thigh. Find an opening in your thigh all the way across your chest. Ground through your right hand. And breathe. Navel drawing in. Feels really good on my right hip flexor. And then from here into a side plank. Left hand extends all the way up. Left foot off your right, bring your left knee to your nose, and then step into a warrior two facing the right side of your room. Nice long stance. Blade of that back foot is grounding, activating the inside of that right leg. Nice tilt of your pelvis. Or at least a natural curve in your spine, but sometimes to me it feels like I'm tilting it even when I'm not because my core is engaged. Left palm faces the ceiling, reverse your warrior, left knee stays bent. Exhale, hands down to the ground, three-legged plank, moving through your Vinyasa. Child's pose. Knees wide, hips towards heels. Palms resting on your mat. Come back to your breath. See if you can observe your heartbeat. And use your breath to perhaps try to moderate the rate of your heartbeat. In the next 3 breaths, make your way back to a downward dog in your own time, perhaps keeping your eyes closed. Walk your downward dog out a little bit. Just notice the shifts in your body as a result of this conscious movement. Now, it's perhaps easier to feel rather than to be cerebral about how you move. It's more intuitive kind of movement. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Open your hip, bend your knee, find length in your right flank, and then exhale, knee to nose, hold, step it through, ground your right foot, ground the back heel, warrior 2. Stay here for 3 breaths, strong in your foundation. Reverse triangle, straighten your right leg. Find length along the right side. Ground through your right big toe mound. And then coming forward with your right hand and down, Trikonasana, triangle pose. All of the end points moving away from each other. Let's see that you don't collapse on the right side of your body, so maybe draw your right sit bone towards your left heel a little bit more. You might need to shift your right hand up your leg, or maybe placing your right hand on a block or a book. Coming back up, warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, pause. Inhale, star pose. Toes pointing out 45 degrees. Bend your knees, hands on your thighs, fingers face back. Thumbs kind of gripping your thigh. Find length in your spine. Toes and knees pointing in the same direction. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Coming through center. One more time each side. With your breath, maybe a little bit more depth of your hips. Inhale back up to a star. Exhale, hands to your hips, outer blades of your feet parallel. So your toes point inwards slightly. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Open your chest. Exhale, fold forward, Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide-legged forward fold. Find length in your spine first. Take a moment. Shoulders underneath hands underneath your shoulders. And then fold. Your hands can stay where they are. Maybe they take the outside of each foot. Play around with shifting your weight. Maybe a little more into the front of your feet, but still light on your toes. Relax your neck and breathe. Observe where you're going in this posture. Where's each breath taking you? Be curious about the feedback that your body is giving you. For me, it's definitely around my hamstrings. It's telling me I need to relax my shoulder girdle, soften my jaw. And then release your feet, come up halfway onto your fingertips. Skandasana to the back of the mat. So bend your left knee, straighten your right leg. Bring your hands to your heart center. Maybe a little micro bend in that right knee. Just watch your hamstrings. Find length. And breathe. Staying low, shift to the front of your mat. Skandasana, bending the right knee. And then shifting towards the back. Runner's lunge at the front of your mat. Right foot is outside your right hand. Ground your left knee and reach your right hand up towards the sky. Maybe you can bend your back knee and take your left foot with your right hand. You could stay here. Just watch that your right knee and toes point in the same direction here. Few options. You can draw your heel in towards your butt, or you can kick back into your hand to help open your chest. Maybe coming down onto your left forearm. And breathe. Again, curious about what your body is telling you and what you actively need to surrender. This creating length is not only a fight, it's this balance between effort and ease. So kind of drawing your attention to a certain spot and then consciously surrendering as long as there is integrity in other parts of your body to support that surrender. If that isn't a metaphor for life, then I don't know what is. Release that back foot. Bring your right forearm down to the ground along with your left, and then step back into a forearm plank. Might need to waddle a little bit to get there, that's all right. We're going to hold our forearm plank for 10 breaths here. Spread across your upper back, so shoulder blades moving away from each other. And breathe. Keeping your forearms where they are. Rather, let's give us 1 or 2 more breaths. I said 10, so I guess I'll hold myself accountable to that too. Walking into a dolphin pose, keep your shoulders behind your elbows. So a little walk forward and then a shift of the hips back, and then a little waddle forward and hips go back. You can stay here if you'd like an extra challenge. Then with me, we're going to shift from a dolphin to a chaturanga, to a plank, to a dolphin. So on an inhale, chaturanga, plank, dolphin. Again, chaturanga, plank, dolphin. Keep your elbows squeezing in. Chaturanga, plank, dolphin. 2 more. You can do it. Chaturanga, plank, dolphin, completely optional, as is everything. Chaturanga, plank, dolphin, and then walk your feet all the way back, coming into a Sphinx pose. Lower your hips down to the mat. Grip your finger pads and feel your elbows energetically drawing towards your hips, long across your chest. Breathe. If you'd like more of an opening, you can straighten your arms. Just keep your core active as with all back bends. And then making your way back to a child's pose briefly. 2 breaths. Let's reconnect with the pace of your breathing. And then back to a downward dog. There we go. When you're ready, inhale, left leg lifts, opening your hip, bend your knee, find height in the left knee. Draw your knee to your nose, step it through, up to a warrior 2, ground the back heel. Find length, find a lift through a grounding. Just watch your butt isn't sticking out, you're kind of keeping it in with the core and the active hamstrings. Reverse triangles, straighten your left leg. And Trikonasana. Finding length in both sides of your body again. I like to use my hand pressing against my shin as leverage to open my chest. Just making sure I don't bring a back bend around my lower back. All endpoints really moving away from each other here. Back to warrior 2 on inhale. Pause for the exhale. Star pose, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center, lowering down. Keeping your heels underneath your knees or knees above your heels. See if you can keep your hips low and then inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Squeeze your heels energetically towards each other. Hands to your heart. Inhale, height. Exhale, hands to your heart center. 2 more times with your breath. Take up space. Speed of breath is the speed of your movement. Last time. Coming all the way up to a star. Hands interlaced behind your back. Outside of your feet are parallel. Open your chest. Find length in your front line. Keep the length as you come down and fold forward. 5 long breaths here. Enjoy them. I'll just give you a moment to be with yourself. If this modification isn't working for you, then bring your hands down to the ground. And breathe. Release your hands down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Skandasana to the back of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart center, or you can keep your hands on the ground, just wherever you're at. Left foot stays flexed, and then staying low, moving to the front of your mat. And then to the back. Shifting forward, runner's lunge at the front, left foot outside your right hand, your left hand. Back knee grounds. Keep your left arm back, and if you took the foot with your hand the last time, repeat that here. Maybe coming onto your forearm. Feel your right elbow or hand moving energetically towards your right knee, and vice versa. Again, a strong balance between engagement and surrender. Figure out what that means for you in this posture and go somewhere with your breath. Enjoy your body. Release your foot. Coming onto your left forearm and right forearm, stepping back, forearm plank. We're going to hold this again. 3 to 5 breaths. Let's make it 5. Ground through your forearms. Really want to move the center of your chest away from the mat. And then walk your feet forward into a dolphin pose. Just wherever you are with that. And this time you're going to shift forward into a chaturanga and then do a 3-pointed star. So right hand lifts, left leg lifts. And then back to a chaturanga and then to a dolphin. We'll repeat that on the other side. When you're ready, inhale, chaturanga, 3-pointed star or plank, chaturanga, dolphin, changing sides, chaturanga, 3-pointed plank, chaturanga, dolphin. One more time. Inhale, chaturanga, 3-pointed, woo! Chaturanga, dolphin. Same easy, chaturanga, 3-pointed, chaturanga, and dolphin. Walking your feet back into a sphinx pose. Lowering your hips down to the mat. Come all the way down onto your belly. Release your hands down alongside your body and your cheek. Resting on your left cheek. Feel your belly connected to the ground. And allow this to bring further awareness to your breath. Bring your palms down alongside your body. Squeeze your inner thighs together, and then press into your big toes to help to peel the top part of your body up off your mat. Maybe your hands extend back and lift. Maybe your legs join the party. Can you lift a bit more on an inhale? Hold, exhale. Last inhale, lift. Exhale, release, right cheek on the mat. One more time, maybe interlacing your hands behind your back this time. Ground through your feet, lift your chest, lift your legs. Find distance from heels to the crown, and then crown to knuckles. Don't stop breathing. Inhale a bit more height, and then exhale, release. Bring your hands on either side of your chest, curl your toes under. One smooth movement, plank pose. Great. Breathe. Holding your plank. 5 more breaths. If you'd like an extra challenge, you can shift your weight forward and backwards. Keeping real integrity throughout your core. And then downward dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, hopping all the way through into a seated position, or just stepping your way there. Coming all the way into a low boat, Ardha Navasana. Your shoulder blades are off the mat. Your thighs are squeezing together, so it's kind of the reverse of what we just did. Really engaging your front line now. If you want an extra challenge, arms extend towards the back of the room. Navel drawing into your spine. If you want an extra challenge, then flutter kick your legs. Maybe going up, maybe coming down, or maybe that's just a little bit crazy. And release. Whew. Bend your knees and prepare for a bridge pose. Feet are hip width apart and ankles are stacked kind of underneath your knees stacked above your ankles. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling, interlace your hands behind your back, and then walk your shoulder blades towards each other. See if you can bring your hamstrings into the action here. So grounding your heels, draw them towards your shoulders. And then try and release your glutes just slightly. Chest reaching towards the back of the mat. Breathe. The outside of your feet are parallel here. And you're finding a lift through a downward pressure. And then gently release down to the mat. You can take another back bend, another bridge, or if it's in your practice, you can take a wheel pose. Just move step by step, perhaps. Wherever you are, you're really working your chest towards the back of the room, opening across your chest, keeping your core active. 3 more breaths. Can you find a bit more height? And then gently make your way back down onto your back. Feet go wide, mat width, and then knees drop together. Place one hand on your heart and the other hand on your belly. Observe your breath again, trying to use your breath to slow your heart rate down. Three more breaths. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give them a good squeeze and then take the opposite elbow with each hand. And if you can, press into your upper arms with your thighs to help to draw your lower back closer to the ground. Opening around your glutes. And a gentle rock back and forth. Bring you into a seated pose, extending your left leg towards the front of the room, the right foot inside your left thigh. Then shift your left hip back so you're nice and square over that left leg, as square as possible. Inhale, find length, arms reach up, and then exhale, fold forward, grabbing onto your shin, your ankle, your foot. Inhale, find length. And then exhale, navel in, keep the length and begin to fold. Be here for 5 breaths, take your time. Let's say 8 breaths. Using the strength of your arms to help facilitate this opening in your hamstring, back, your hip. Relax your jaw. Feel your breath in your whole back line. Next inhale, come up slowly. Place your right hand behind you, fingers face back. Lift your hips and sweep your left hand all the way to the back of the room. Distance from left toes to left fingers. And then lower down. Place your right foot forward and change sides. Finding that squaring, maybe spreading your sit bones apart a little, or the flesh around your sit bones. Inhale, find length, ground through your foundation, and then keep the length, come forward. Inhale, re-establish the length, navel in as you fold. 8 breaths. Progressing more deeply into a fuller expression. Really using your breath as an opportunity to focus. Inhale, come up slowly, maybe running your hands along your leg as you come up. Just give yourself a bit of love. Left hand behind you, right arm reaches up and over, find length. Use your breath to help this length and this opening of the right side of your body. And exhale, lower down. Extend your left leg forward. Take a moment in Dandasana, place your hands on either side of you and just find length in your spine. Maybe a little bend in your knees is necessary over here. Just pause for a moment. And then reach your arms forward, round your back. Think cat pose, rolling little by little all the way down. Moving into a happy baby pose. Taking the outside of your feet with your hands and then press up into your hands as you pull down into your feet. Finding as much contact between your back line and the ground as possible. Don't stop breathing. When we slow, sometimes our breath is all more important to maintain a focus. So our mind does not take up the motion. Release, draw your knees into your chest, and then extend your left leg to the front of the room. Keep drawing your right knee into your chest, taking a twist. Right leg over to the left, gaze up beyond your right hand. See if you can keep your right shoulder anchored on the mat. Sometimes I like to place my left hand on the top of my right thigh and just press my hip away from me to create the length on the right side of my body. Play around with whatever feels good for you. Take any variations that are in your practice. And a softness around your belly. And a sense of enjoyment of being in your body. Come back through center. Squeeze both knees into your chest and then change sides. Right leg long, left knee twists over to the right. Maybe shifting your hips a bit to the left can help. Again, see what your breath can do for you here to allow you to progress more fully into this twist. See if that means anything to your body right now. Come back to center. Last time, knees into the chest. Give them a really good squeeze. You can bring your forehead to your knees. Any tension, any latent tension, bring it. Scrunch your face, your toes, your hands. Take an inhale. Another few sips of air. And then let it all out into a Shavasana, feet wider than your hips. Hands alongside your body, just comfortable. Feel free to move around a little until you know you can maintain stillness for a while. Taking a few deep inhales through your nose and out through your mouth if that's necessary, if you're still holding on to anything. And then allow your physical body to just melt down into the ground, sitting with the pranic body, the energetic body that is left behind, just for a few minutes. I'll stay with you and guide you out of the Shavasana in a moment. Begin to deepen your breath. Allow your thumbs and index fingers to connect. And draw yourself into that sensation. Extend your arms over your head, taking a big stretch if it feels good. And then completely let that go, bending your knees. And gently roll yourself over onto your right. Your upper arm, a little pillow for your head. And take a moment. Eyes stay closed. Press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Hands on your knees, palms can face up or down. Create length in your spine, just without too much effort, a sort of comfortable length. Come to the sort of breath that you'd like to take with you for the rest of your day. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Thank you so much for joining me in your practice today. Namaste.